Hi, my name is Jessica Kelly, and this is my PowerPoint presentation on determinants of health for ages 3 to 12. What we will talk about is education, physical environment, culture, social support, social environment, healthy child development, and financial status. We'll briefly discuss how these affect a child's health. To start, education. Education for the families is important because you want to be sure the family as a whole, as well as the child, knows the importance of a well-balanced diet, of having physical activity daily. A child needs to go outside daily. They don't need to just sit inside and watch TV and play their video games. And also, children need to know that hand washing is important. They need to be instructed on the proper way to do it, because if they don't properly wash their hands when they go to school, they're going to bring home all those germs, and that's when they end up getting sick and missing school. Physical environment is the environments the child grows up in and what's around them. The child may be in certain neighborhoods or certain areas of the country where the weather's different. They may have more allergens in certain parts, so those children may have more allergies, and then if they're used to one type of weather and they go to another part of the country that's got different weather, they may end up sick then. And another big part of the kids' environment is their schools. They spend most of their time there, and they need the good hygiene, the good hand hygiene, like I talked about in the previous slide. Those children need to know that washing their hands is important. Alcohol gel is great, but hand washing will kill more germs. Culture. A person's health practices can be determined by their culture. You have cultures that don't use doctors. You have cultures that don't show pain. You have different cultures may respond differently. But a big thing, immunizations. Kids need to get their shots. We have these shots to prevent diseases. We have eradicated some, and then they come back because people just do not immunize their children. They feel that they cause other problems, but it has not been totally proven that that's what causes it. And some people don't use doctors. Some people believe in using oils or herbal remedies or acupuncture, different things. Even some cultures, they don't even have doctors. They have medicine men, or I know Koreans use a shamanist. It's who they go to for healing. And the different health practices plays into that. Different people view healthcare differently. Some don't use modern medicine. They lean more towards the other stuff, the natural remedies. Social support. Social support is very important. The kids can really benefit from the free lunch programs at schools, after school care programs. The kids who their parents can't afford lunch, the schools, I know some schools have programs out there where they can get discounted, if not free lunches. And after school care is good for those children whose parents work and they don't have a caregiver to take care of them after school, so they can stay in after school care so that way they're watched after and they get exercise, they get to play outside. And having a workplace that is flexible with your hours is really good for parents and caregivers, especially if a child is sick, needs to go to the doctor. It's really good when the workplace understands. Social environment. The children, it's sad, but some of them are exposed to crime. they grow up in that and they may fall victim of that. They may get injured, or they may end up being the one to commit the crime. So that can have long-term effects. And then public safety, you want the kids to be safe, and that kind of falls back onto the crime thing too. You want to live in a place where your children are safe so that they may grow old and live long. And the availability of healthy food, there's more and more grocery stores that have more fresh produce options, but they're not convenient to some smaller places, and they can get rather expensive. So it needs to be a little bit easier for everyone to have the option to purchase fresh produce and help them stay healthy. Healthy child development, it begins prenatal. Even if the woman isn't pregnant, a woman in childbearing years, it's good to take prenatal vitamins. You need to take good care of your body, so that way when you do become pregnant, you're ready, your body's ready for that baby and is already taking care of that baby. Immunizations, again, I can't talk enough about that. They're very important to help the kids stay healthy, and they can live long, happy lives without sickness. Not saying they won't get sick, because shots are only as good as we make them as people, but they definitely help children. And a balanced diet, again, it's important. These kids need good balanced diets so that they can build their immune systems, and they can fight off disease, and they can live long, healthy lives. And financial status, sadly, is a big part of healthcare and a big part of people being healthy. Lower income households, the children typically have higher mortality rates, higher disability rates, and they're more susceptible to multiple health conditions. And then the children from higher income families, they have more access because they have better health benefits. But just because someone has more money does not mean that those children are going to be healthier. Those children still need their parents to take proper care of them and to know when they need to go to the doctor, when they may need emergency care. It's still important for us as adults to take care of the children, no matter what the price is. Health has no price, in my opinion. There are benefits out there for people with little to no income. So healthcare is possible. It may not be the best, and it may not be where someone wants to go, but healthcare is important to live long, healthy lives.